I will be
Peeler.
pleading non-guilty today, and I will be representing myself.
Okay, there's a certain way we go through things. Just bear with me a second.
Whoa! Representing yourself in court is bold. Like walking into a lion's den with a tennis racket. Let's see if he can actually pull it off, or if this backfires spectacularly.
So the first thing is that you're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or 2,000. I know that you're ready to say, go through your list of this and that, but because you want to talk, you're not listening. I need you to listen for a second. I'll give you time to talk, I promise. Just let me get through the spiel and then I'll give you an opportunity, okay? You're charged with failure to stop and give information. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, we're just going to do probable cause because I don't know what happened. Maybe there's no probable cause and then you're out of here. I don't know. Stop. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that. They're DAs. Every single thing you say, they're going to sit there and type to use you.
I know that's my right.
Just hold on. Let's do probable cause first.
Here's the twist. Leaving the scene after causing damage can land you not just in jail, but with serious civil claims. Folks, this is a reminder. Hit and run cases are taken very seriously for a reason.
Oh.
Yes, Judge. On June 15th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a crash. They met with the complainant who reported that she was involved in a crash with a Toyota Tundra and provided the license plate number. The male with gray shorts, no shirt, and tattoos stepped out of his vehicle and offered the complainant to follow him back to his house, and the complainant declined the offer. The defendant then left the scene without giving any information and sideswiped the complainant's vehicle a second time. The officers began to head to the car's registered address, 0.4 miles away, when they received a second call for help at the address they were headed to.
Mental health plays a critical role here. The court is weighing not just the crime, but the circumstances surrounding it. Ever wonder how judges balance accountability with compassion? This is a perfect example.
At the address, a male matching the description provided by the complainant was having a mental episode in front of his house. The defendant admitted to driving and leaving the scene without giving information. The damage is approximately $2,000.
Okay. All right, Mr. Peeler, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. How old are you, sir?
So on June 15th, I was in a state of psychosis, and I have documentation of the settlement that took place for the liability property damage which occurred on that incident. I have the claim number in front of me if you need it, Your Honor, for that settlement. I have the mental health crisis documentation discharge summary provided by the Harris County Constable living at 13800 Lake Superior Lane if you need that. Upon further request, I can provide documentation of the discharge from the hospital that I went to.
Let's do this.
Supporting the mental health.
Mr. Peeler.
And I'm disabled. So.
Let's do this. Why don't I have you talk to a lawyer? Okay. Your lawyer can talk with you, get to know you, find out what happened, and then they can approach the state to try to, see what's going on.
But I'm disabled and I don't want to be, and I never was.
Just don't say anything.
Warrant at all. I never received anything in the mail, not once. So how can
sometimes cases work like that. Sometimes a person is involved in some kind of situation where a warrant will not issue immediately to where they get taken into custody at that time.
Well,
those are called
in the mail, so I assumed that I would have received something.
Never assume anything.
You're right.
Never assume anything. But let's do this. I can have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. You can explain your situation to the lawyer. The lawyers can talk to the DA, and then we can work something. Okay?
So
just hold on.
I agree.
I don't want you to say anything because there are a bunch of DAs here, and everything you say, they're going to use it against you. I will give you the opportunity, but first let me have you talk to a lawyer. I've got a bunch of them, and they're great. They truly will help you out. Okay? Really. Yeah. So let's do this. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. I'm just going to have you take a seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer. Be patient, though. I've got 150 people here, Mr. Peeler. Okay? So just be patient. Okay?
Failure to, well, I actually did stop. I mean, for the record, we both have exchanged words outside our vehicle.
Okay. Come on.
Foster. Bessie.
Good morning, Ms. Stokes. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Notice how the judge sets strict conditions to prevent repeat offenses. Banned from Walmart? That's one way to make sure history doesn't repeat itself.
Yes, Judge. On October 31st, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a Walmart in Harris County, Texas, in regard to a theft. Upon arrival, the officer met with the complainant, the loss prevention staff, and the defendant. The complainant advised that she observed the defendant concealing items on her person along with skip scanning items at the register. The complainant then observed the defendant proceed to walk out of the store, passing all points of sale. Total cost was $49.92.
Stokes, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm barring you now, and I'm ordering you not to go to any Walmart for any reason. You understand? If I find that you go to Walmart and I don't care what your reason is, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You're already on bond for a felony theft as it is now. It's very possible they revoke your bond and issue a felony warrant for your arrest. What happened with the felony theft that she's on now?
Your Honor, on the felony theft, it says that the officers were on patrol and ran the vehicle through NCIC and noticed the vehicle was reported stolen. The traffic stop was conducted. The driver of the vehicle was identified as the defendant. The complainant identified herself as the sales manager of the auto dealership and stated the defendant came into her office to purchase the vehicle for $11,000. The complainant stated the defendant presented 3 money orders for $1,000 each as down payment. The complainant stated they only allowed the defendant to leave with, they allowed the defendant to leave with the vehicle. The complainant stated several days later she found out the money orders were stolen. The complainant contacted the defendant and told her to return the vehicle immediately, which were ignored.
And I see that she has yet another one from March of this year as well. Same thing?
Let me see, Your Honor. In that incident, she used stolen identifications and rented a car for 1 day and was supposed to return it, but failed to return the vehicle.
I'm ordering you not to drive. I'm making it a condition of your bond that you're not to drive. Do you understand? Do you have a Texas driver license?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Your Honor.
You know what, let's do this. I'm going to appoint your lawyer today, ma'am, and then we'll talk about all your bond conditions. I'm going to have you sign a receipt of Victoria, and then I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box, ma'am. Do not go away until we have you talk to the lawyer, okay? Please.
Right this way. All right, Judge, next is page 19. Warsbach, Emily.
Is it Miss Warsbach?
Warsbach.
Ms. Warsbach, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. On October 23rd, 2024, the officer was conducting surveillance at a department store in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant enter an Old Navy. The officer made contact with the complainant, the loss prevention manager, who stated the defendant entered the store, selected multiple pieces of clothing, and walked towards the front of the store. The defendant abandoned merchandise on the table, but kept a white sweater. The defendant passed all points of sale with the unpaid sweater, causing alarms to sound. The officer observed the defendant remove the security tag and throw the tag on the ground. The officer made contact with the defendant and recovered the sweater.
All right. Okay, Ms. Warsbach, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. I'll appoint your lawyer today, but sending you for a drug test. If you fail to go take the drug test, if you fail to come back, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, ma'am? Okay, take your seat for me, please.
We're time for the deferred today.
You've done the TRAS? Okay, great. That way we know what to,
Deferred probation is essentially a second chance with strict rules. If she succeeds, no conviction. Fail, and it's back to court, and possibly jail. High stakes, folks.
About to start a job at Fiesta. There's somebody.
Can I get the thumbprint first?
We need your thumbprint, please. I've got another Brown on a DVR. That's why I thought it was. Okay. All right. Good morning, Ms. Brown. Ms. Brown, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 13-month deferred. That is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. This is really important. You don't need a conviction because when you get one, you become very difficult to employ, meaning it gets very difficult to get a job. The more convictions you get, the more difficult it is to get a job because people know that you have a volatile, meaning trigger temper, that if you get upset, holy moly, she could lose it and just, so it's really important that you make this work. Not only that, if you complete it successfully, you can have it sealed after a while so that the public can't see it. I will pay for it for you. If you complete this and you can qualify for the sealing, I'll do it for you for free. All you got to do is come back. And I'll make it even better for you. If you do everything you're supposed to do, stay out of trouble, I'll cut you loose in half the time. 7.5 months, you can be done with this thing, no conviction on your record. How does that sound? Be nice. It's not hard. That's all you got to do. If you get upset, walk away. Go somewhere else. You know, when I get upset, I distance myself from everyone. I'll go over there. I'll go run. I'll find something else to do. You know, my kids piss me off like crazy. What do you think I do? Yeah. It would be very easy for me to just beat them into submission, beat them and spank. And no, that's not the right way. If I get upset, I get up and I leave. Walk out of the house. I'll go to find something else to do. That's what you need to do when you get upset. It's not the end of the world. It's never the end of the world. All right? So what does the TRAS say that she has to do?
She's gonna have to be in the mental health.
Shh. Okay, great.
Career management, cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay,
Job skills training, and monitoring and psychotropic medication and treatment.
great. That sounds great. You know, do this 7 months, I'll let you loose, and then you're done. We early terminate people all the time for when they do well. We let them go in half the time. My only issue is, will she qualify for funding? Do you know?
I would have to be asked.
Because she doesn't have any money, and if one of the conditions on here is GPS monitor, there's no way she's going to be able to pay for that. I know that we have, is it TLAB?
That was something that her case manager had recommended that he thought would be helpful for her, and so.
I think it's a great idea. But what I want to do is be able to pay for it because I know that she can't, and I can't waive the fee while she's on probation, but she might be, I know that she'll qualify for the funding. Can we try?
We can verify.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get you to qualify so that you don't have to pay for anything. Okay. But if you ever have a problem, do you have Josh's number?
This is my tablet, so like don't have any contact.
Who took it? Did she tell you, is it she or he?
She,
Did she tell you how you can get it back? Is the guardian here now? How did you get here?
my group home staff, we did it.
Are they here now? Where, are they in the courtroom? Can you, who is it?
Miss Simone.
Yeah, but where? Miss Simone, come on, coming up, ma'am, please. Yes, coming up. And Josh, give her my card too, will you? This is my card. If you ever need anything, all you got to do is just, you have us. I mean, Ms. Brown, we're always here to help, you know? All you got to do is just make a call, send me an email.
I'm Simone.
Hi, thank you for coming. So they took her tablet.
Yes, they did.
How can she get it back?
Here's a reality check. Entering this agreement isn't just a simple formality. It's a legal contract with serious consequences if violated. This is where most people realize the real weight of probation.
In 1 month, if she behaves well.
You can get it back. It's not the end of the world. If you're good for a month, they're going to give it back to you. Right? Can you do that? Okay. You'll have it back in a month. That gives you a way to be able to contact us. So she's getting into a probation today. It's a 13-month probation. I told her that if she does well, then we'll take her off in half the time. All she has to do is the anger management class, stay up on her medication. And then there was one more important thing. What was it? The cognitive, it's therapy, okay? Do that, things will go well, all right? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, this is a contract you're signing with us. You either complete it successfully. If you violate it, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. We put you in jail. I'm going to bring you back out in orange, like you've seen all the other people that come out. And we're going to discuss whether you violated it. And if you did, we can put you in jail for an entire year. Do you understand this? This is serious business because you could go to jail for an entire year if you violate this. If you get violent with someone, if you do something you're not supposed to, if you pick up a new case, if you don't do your classes on time, if you break curfew, it's a problem. Can you get it done? Okay, I wish you luck. How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I won't find you guilty. I'm going to wait 13 months. Make us proud. You'll be done in 7.5. All right? All right. Good luck, Mr.